All right, we should be back. Sorry, the stream dropped for a second, but we should be all set and live. I'm getting the picks and bans and the map all squared away with our players here. But then we'll be able to jump right into game one of the grand finals here. All right, while we're getting all these picks and stuff squared away, I'm going to pull up the stream here really quick just to make sure it looks like the title is a little messed up. I'm not entirely sure I'll be able to fix that. But as long as you guys can hear me, we'll be happy with that. I also can't see. Oh, this is kind of annoying. I'm using Streamlabs. I don't know, Nick, if you can hear me, but streaming to the Age of the Ring channel, I can't get the chat to show up in Streamlabs, which is a bit of a pain. But that's gonna have to be all right. Yeah, as long as you can hear me, we're good. I'll check chat in between games and just focus on the casting anyway. All right, we have our picks. I'm gonna put these guys on. I want to see something different. We're gonna put them on Greenway. Just a nice little older map to get us started, and we'll see some interesting stuff later. So let me give them the news. All right, here we go. We're loading up the game here. We've got Lorien versus Isengard for our first match of the grand finals. Let me get this queued up. Use my search. There we go. I'm not playing Isengard, even though that is my favorite one to play. Get the rules all set here. Excellent. Man, it's a bummer I can't see chat while we're doing this. I'm gonna pull. Maybe I can just pull the stream over here and it won't really break anything. Yeah, it's all fine. Yeah, I could probably. Yeah, that's actually probably a good idea. I could probably do it on my phone. That way, I'm not watching a stream and streaming it. But not that big a deal. We'll settle it later. I want to get these guys on the road here. All right, here we go. Sorry for the wonky start, everybody. We're getting started here. Game one of the Caran Lambar Carnage Cup Grand Finals. Some Lothlorien versus Isengard. Carliber versus Thena. For anybody who's tuning in for the first time, watching their first tournament match, it's been a great tournament so far. Some really exciting later bracket games as well. Carliber is a returning Age of the Ring champ, and he's over here in the top right, so why don't we introduce him? He's playing Lothlorien here on Greenway. He's been a really good player in the community for a long time, always pulls out some exciting stuff. And we'll see what he pulls out today. And in the bottom left, we have a newcomer to the community, but he's been winning like crazy, playing really, really, really well. And he's going Isengard, Double Furnace in the bottom left here of Greenway. I'm excited to see this map. It offers a kind of a different route to attacking your enemy here. It's a little bit wider along the sides, so a bit broader. We'll see how they utilize the map space here to put pressure on and to defend. Some barrow whites along the way. I think there's another white, or maybe it's just the one creep near the auxiliary camp. But yes, okay, so let's take a look here. So we do see the trees being closer together this time around instead of the lone garrison that we've seen Carliber use before. But Tawarwyth are coming out already, placing some more trees, and a bit of an economic start into the early warg pit for Thena. So I think this will be kind of interesting. So Lorien has access to spears right away, but it's pretty fair to expect the Tawarwyth to come out first. So these first warg riders should have a bit of an advantage when it comes to defending, and we see the clan setting coming up now. So I like this build order. I think this is going to pay off pretty well for him as long as Carliber didn't build spears, which he did not. So that should be all right. He'll probably need these to defend, the wargs to defend here, as opposed to going across the map, because these swords are already going to be in Thena's base. Thena, not entirely sure which one. We've got a wall hub here to block some... Okay, interesting. I like the wall hub. So forcing the spearmen to, or the swordsmen to come around towards the fortress to get their attack, but howling wargs are going to instantly destroy those swords, and the spears coming around this way the wildmen are going to chase after the spears. Obviously, the wargs can't handle these guys, so the wildmen of Dunland coming after the spears. Not another battalion of wargs. I was going to say, if wargs were coming out just now, that would be a little unfortunate there for Carliber. Or for Thena, rather. Isengard player. Wargs coming around the back of the map here, so using that wide space. Carliber should be aware of them at this point. But getting a really nice clump on this furnace. Gonna get some damage done, but level 2 Wildmen of Dunland with the crows able to handle that very well. So if they are able to make it across the map, they will have pillage. Wargs running around seeing what they can find, and what they can find are a bunch of dead Lorien swordsmen. They don't have Howl. They had already used it, so the Tawarwyth on defensive mode are going to survive that trample and join up with their spear friends. And one thing that was lacking from the Lorien game that we saw in the semifinals with Carliber and Alex was the archers were not a part of the early Lorien clumps. So I'm glad to see the archers getting into these early battles. They're going to be able to chew through these wild men. It's just going to be a question of whether or not he's going to be able to manage the spears to prevent what just happened, this massive trample. Not able to get enough momentum to trample the archers, so actually a good defense there from Lorien, able to kind of surround these wargs enough that they couldn't get the second trample onto the archers there. So Isengard forced to regroup in the bottom left, and Lorien is able to hold the Golden Wood. Lorien also still holding on to the Elven Horn, has not had a need to use it yet, so feeling confident in these early skirmishes. But lacking in in early harass. So at this point, Isengard already able to bump up to 550 max CP. But as I say that, Lorien is coming across, going to be able to knock 50 CP points off with relative ease here. 2 Wildmen battalions coming across this way. Going to get seen. Furnace obviously falls. Just a couple of wolves left on aggressive mode here. Enough to maybe get a little bit of trample damage onto something, but not if they get caught by the Barrow Wights here. Let's see. These guys just trying to find something, distract some units. I'm pretty sure these elves hiding in stealth here kind of caught Thena by surprise. They're able to get the kind of rubber banding moving attack onto these guys. So a good engage here from Lorien, using the trees as an ambush point. Some wild men getting on top of this tree here. Howling wolves jumping on top of those archers, so that's a great pick there from Thena. They're able to get the tree, but the wild men should fall in this fight. Over here we've got, let's see. Yep, just a few more wild men. Easy cleanup. Actually, great pick off here. Oh no! Oh, I think he used a little bit of Q action there. Okay, yeah, he selected his whole army and sent them back to base, but he was just quick enough to make sure that these last 4 wildmen were able to pick off that tree. Let's check and see. Pretty even in max CP. I think a slight lead to Isengard. 2 tier 1s for Isengard. In the back here, Crows and War Chant getting called. He does not want to lose this almost level 2 Furnace, but I think he's gonna. I don't think there's enough damage here to stop, or yeah, there's just not enough to stop this. So losing one of his first furnaces that had an Uruk pit built in that space, so whatever he rebuilds here is just not going to be as economically efficient as it was in the beginning. Lorien chasing down a builder here. We're getting a little bit of stutter, but I think everything seems fine. The players seem fine. A good pickup here from Carliber onto this furnace here. So far, a very even and back and forth game. Both players managing their armies extremely well, keeping the skirmishes in the middle, not losing too much infrastructure, trading kind of one-for-one eco structures in the back of their base. So far, just level 1 garrison. I see a hero over here. I missed. Okay, so Rumil has hit the field. Harass over here, and a skirmish happening here once again. Actually, a lot of wargs getting caught by these spears again. The Lorien elves making great use of the trees for stealth here. Getting that Malorn. And almost going to get another Malorn here. We'll see. No, it looks like they're going to be able to clean this up just in time. These ones have the starlit lanterns, which were used earlier. This one's turning into a Nephredial Bloom now. Rumil kind of hanging out by these elves here. Going to get a little bit of use out of these extra 3 wargs. Decent trample. These wild men fighting the Tower of Wythe are going to lose that pretty handily. But now we start to see a lot more Uruk scouts hitting the into the mix here, along with the wild men. The elves are going to be able to take down this furnace. I don't think we've seen a hero yet for Isengard. I think I want to check his resources. So he's keeping up his army size, prioritizing that. I think that should be okay with him for now. He's not losing a lot, but I think once he does get a hero on the field, if we see some Lurts or some Wolfgar to give the leadership to his large army, he'll be in really good shape. He went for Vision of the Palantir. I believe that's a speed boost. Yes, yep, 15% speed bonus to kind of retreat from the tier 2 summon. So, you know, time will tell if that was worth it. He's able to survive the tier 2 assault for now, but he's not teching up in terms of power points. And as we were discussing in the semifinals, the Isengard powers are just super, super strong. So I hope he finds enough value out of the tier 1s to feel that that was worth it. But right now, with the Sylvan allies part of the clump, are they gone already? No, yeah, they've moved forward. So the Sylvan allies getting a lot of value, forcing a fight in Isengard's base. Quite a few scouts have fallen to these guys just as their time finishes up remaining. Because these are summoned units, Isengard is not getting any power points for fighting them, so this is just a 100% efficiency rate here for Lorien. 425 max CP for Lorien, and I keep clicking the wrong button here, and 500 max for Isengard. So still taking the lead in terms of army size, but in terms of army strength, I think that kind of remains to be seen. No power is available for Lorien, but by the time we hit another skirmish, Elvenhorn should be available. We've got a lumber mill already. 2 clan settings have been up. I'm trying to see if there's anything else we're missing in terms of tech. It's still a level 1 Uruk pit, so we won't see any fighting Urukai or any of that. We're going for another lumber mill, so just trying to boost up the eco for as long as he can. He's been getting away with these furnaces that I haven't noticed for quite a while. But with that furnace falling, we are seeing Lorien take the max CP lead, and feeling relatively confident with these Lorien archers here in the center that this is a fight that they would win. So Isengard being forced to retreat back to base, revealing this lumber mill. We've got furnaces all over the place. So Thena squeaking out resources every which way he can. And I'm assuming eventually, yeah, we're going to start to see a lot more heroes popping up. So Lurtz hitting the field. This is going to be a turning point for Isengard. The extra power that that's going to afford is going to be great. We've got the Ninth na Lethril, the tier 1 cav for Lorien, trying to clean these up while skirmishes are being fought in the center. So Nephridial Bloom healing this Malorn. Starlit Lanterns being purchased. I wouldn't be surprised if we'll see them here as he uses them for vision and for some CC if fights break out in the center. This is kind of a big power move here, actually. I really like to see the Golden Wood kind of creeping forward and using that. Okay, so the horns are going off. They're taking this fight now. Lurtz should be in the mix, offering his leadership. The Krebine from Dunland are debuffing damage and armor here, but I think Lorien is taking this. I thought Lorien was taking this pretty handily, but their CP is dropping like crazy. 300 to 500 now. Flank though coming in around the back, but there are Wildmen spears hiding in the trees, using the terrain to their advantage here. This tree is just kind of stuck here. All right, not as good of a trample as they would have liked. Kind of mixing in with some of the Wildman spears. The Starlit Lanterns there goes down. So big win there for Isengard. Isengard maintains most of their army, and Carliber forced to retreat to his Blessed Waters. Malorn Tree healing up his army as the Sentinels of Caran Amroth have arrived. I just want to check and make sure we're not at level 3 garrison yet. I don't think we are, and I also don't see a hidden sanctum. I'm trying to. Here's the green pasture. No. Okay, big fight here. Actually, it's more just Isengard posturing. The Ninth trying to get a trample off here. No go. Still just Rumil, not Gifts of Lorien, so he does not have the hero stun to trap Lurtz or Sharku, who has now arrived. Did we lose Lurtz? I don't think so, no. Lurtz is fine. Lurtz does have Cripple. Oh, I just heard a handmaiden hitting the field, so we must have a hidden sanctum somewhere that I'm missing. Don't see it quite yet. Where is the sanctum? Am I crazy? The handmaiden comes from the sanctum, pretty sure. Used to be the green pasture for like a second, but... Alright, fight in the center here. Actually, this block of archers with their leadership up are chewing through these wildmen. So actually, a really good engagement here from Lorien. We've got Oh, the handmaiden. So I heard Idriel. I thought it was a handmaiden. Technically she is. So Idriel getting crippled, but not falling to any troops here right now. And Lorien able to move up with this block of archers with relatively few pikes. One battalion of Caran Amroth Sentinels are going to protect him here, as Isengard only has Sharku, as far as I know, in terms of cav. Warg Riders are not in production, so this block of archers is going to be difficult for Isengard to deal with. Both powers are coming off of cooldown for Lorien here. If there were enough units here to deal damage to structures, you'd think he'd be able to make a decent enough push, but Ugluk is now hitting the field. Large max CP lead for Isengard, not to mention the lumber mills that are going to be providing a lot of resources to Isengard. I wouldn't be surprised. Do we have an armory? I know this fight is happening, but it's more of just like a big old archer battle at this point. I want to check and see where we are in terms of upgrades on the horizon. Yes, okay, we do have an armory, and it's almost level 2. Purchasing the banner carriers might set it over the edge, giving that extra experience. Lorien did go for Gifts of Lorien, another tier 2, and the Sylvan Elves summon are trying to get, once again, a little bit of extra damage here for free. Not going to be as effective this time. I think these guys are buffed up enough, and Sharku getting a little bit of a trample there, that it's not going to be that scary. We've got Idriel. Is she going to be able to get it? I think she'll be able to outrun in aggressive mode this builder here. Builders can't be in aggressive mode, can they? Oh no! Oh, Idriel could have had it. I think another select all army key was used here. So actually that builder is going to survive. We've got the Talon. I'd love to see the forward Talon here. We've got archers inside. No upgrades purchased yet. The border fences would be a huge pickup here to give the leadership bonus. Lurtz level 5. Ugluk. Trying to find Ugluk in this mess here. Sharku's only level 1. So has the leadership, but is not providing it to any wargs as far as I'm aware. We don't see Wolfgar, so cavalry is a long ways out for Thena. And Thena does not seem bothered by his current makeup. I think he's rich, but Carliber has now kind of tied him in max CP, and the army comp has stayed tier 1 for now, while we see Carliber getting the Tawar Nathirad, the Path Stalkers. Over here, Sharku getting a little bit of harass done, but going to get chased away by the Tawar Nathir. I always forget their elven names until we start casting or start playing again. Decent damage here from the Path Stalkers onto this economy, but just a little bit of a tickle. I mean, it's only providing 12. He's already at 925 CP, so but it's always good to remove the vision and to remove the map control that this is providing. Oh, here we go. Okay, so good pickup on Idriel, getting a little too close to the sun here while Lurtz has his cripple. I'm assuming, yes, so we have Celeborn now on the field, and the Gifts of Lorien was recently at least used on Rumil, so Rumil will have a similar stun to Lurtz as well, but Thena not providing a good enough opportunity for that ensnarement. Celeborn has just hit the field, doesn't have much XP yet. Rumil is farming up some whites for some more XP. We're almost at level 8 for Feigned Voices. Debuffing enemy units' speed and damage by 33% for 3 seconds. Can turn the tide in a quick engagement here. But an actually sizable Uruk harassment here is going to be able to handle this fine. Lorien is now clumping up here, posturing, but Thena's not going to take the bait. He does not want to fight there for no reason. Carliber saving up some cash, which I can respect, but I think the army size differential here is a little bit scary. I think what's keeping Carliber in this and keeping him confident and not feeling like he needs to pump out to his max CP currently is that still to this point, Thena's army is still as low tier as it gets. It's huge, but not very high. He's hiding Saruman in the back. hiding all of his heroes in the back here, while Sharku kind of reigns supreme. I think, I mean, this would be kind of cool to see. We've got the upgrades available for purchase. Huge economy from Thena, going for the Fires of Industry. And the longer this game goes on, the more I think Thena is going to be able to take the advantage. Soon, he'll be replacing this army with Uruk-hai, with upgrades, with all of his heroes. And Lorien's going to be stuck in a weird spot. Warg's getting on top of the Entmoot here. I like to see that from Carliber. I think he needs the Ents. I think he needs to start making devastating pushes. Large enough Uruk Isengard force here. Well, let's check and see what's happening here. Okay, so Celeborn getting crippled down. I don't know if there's enough Isengard damage here to handle this. We've got the Starlit Lanterns now being purchased. Wizard Blast going off on a few elves here. Speed boost for Isengard. The Talon here without, as far as I know, any upgrades, but it's still providing static defenses here. The Wizard Blast was not a huge pickup for Saruman, only half a level's worth, and Celeborn handily survives, unlocking the Silver Host. So he's going to be able to get a battalion summit. I want to see what's happening here. Isengard retreating through the Talon, while Treebeard being summoned here for Carliber. So Carliber is taking the moment. I think if he had waited long enough, he would be in a lot more trouble. But now I think with these higher tier units and some siege, he'll be able to kind of put Isengard in a tricky spot. Wormtongue out here, level 2. So all of the heroes out for Isengard, except for Wolfgar. He does not appear to be concerned for the Dunlending tech. But we do have a level 2. Oh, wait a minute. I thought that was Rumil's snare, and it didn't go off. Target enemy hero is stunned for 10 seconds. That looked like his stun. I could have been wrong, but I didn't see anybody get snared, so I don't know if there was a miscast or something there, but yeah. So right now, Lorien creeping forward even more. We've got another Malorn tree coming up here. Tainted Land. Yeah, okay, so this is good. Both of them are posturing for the center of the map here, and with this Malorn tree going up, Isengard does not want to see this continuing, so he's going to drop the Tainted Land. He's bringing up the Siege Ballista. This is Celeborn's Kelemigliath summon. Treebeard just wrecking the Siege Ballista here. Large clump of Isengard just getting absolutely torn to shreds by the Lorien archers here, and the Lady of the Golden Wood has arrived. Right now, the CP differential is actually quite even. We've got Celeborn snared again by Lurtz, but with not enough follow-up. Okay, they're able to take down the Ballista once more. Good trample here from the Wargs. It's good to see the Isengard cavalry joining in this heavy archer clump here. With the archer clump being as problematic as it was, in my brain, I would have tried to, especially if he's spamming heroes, get Wolfgar out, get the Dunlending Outriders for those kind of big tramples in the back line. Right now, Galadriel is going crazy onto Lurtz, getting chased down by Treebeard here. We might get a very cinematic last march of the Ents here, which would be very exciting. Once again, just kind of inching forward with these trees, taking this position. And Isengard in a tough spot. You know, like this is clearly not as well defended, but if Isengard sends his army up here, Treebeard and the like will be able to tear down this infrastructure. All right, we've got the Eagle summon from Lorien. Gonna hop onto the back line here along with the Sylvan allies, but the horn is gonna go off for Isengard. Galadriel is sitting here going face to face with Saruman. Oh man, Lorien is pushing ahead here, but they're pushing ahead deep into territory without the likelihood of too much structure damage. We might lose a level 2 Uruk pit here with Treebeard here. And the Eagles. Let's see, Isengard's CP is still quite equal, but he's keeping his heroes back for now. Does not want to lose those, but he's giving up quite a bit of ground to do so. The Sentinels of Caran plus the Pathstalkers not using their Shadow Strike ability here quite yet, but they can be pretty deadly even in Siege. Eagles trying to use their last remaining seconds to take out these archers. I think it's going to be tough. All right, so Wolfgar has hit the field, but we're losing a level 3 Furnace. We've lost a level 2 Uruk Pit from this siege. And actually, Thena is going to call it there. He does not see a way out of this and is going to call it. GG Game 1. Wow. Excellent match. That was such a fun back and forth for quite a while here. Let me get this Thena versus Carliber. Game 1. All right. Awesome. That was a fun first match. First match goes to Carliber. Let me reset here. We'll get the picks and bans for the next stage. I also just want to check and see how the stream is doing while we're here. And I'll update the score as well. So Carliber is going to take our lead. 1-0. Let's get this updated here. All right, so that should be updated. Excellent. All right, Carliber needs a few minutes as well, so that's fine. We'll give him a few minutes. I'm going to pull up the stream here on my phone so I can see what's up with the chat. All right, I'll write down the bands too. So Carliber, if anybody was interested, banned Misty Mountains and Mordor. And we had a can I mute myself here? And Thena banned, I believe it was Erebor and Harad. Okay. Okay. All right, Carliber has banned Gondor and Rohan, and Thena has banned Mordor and Woodland Realm. Okay. Okay. We're getting another infamous matchup here. Yeah, I'm seeing in the chat some discussion on the map, um, which I think is interesting. Yeah, Lorien and Isengard both use the trees in very different ways. We didn't see any devastation or fuel the fires or any of that economic bonus from Isengard, but Carliber was making use. Obviously, it's a little bit easier. It's just kind of passive, but to make use of the stealth mechanics and all that stuff. But we are going to see. Oh, Gondor versus Mordor. I just misspoke. Thena map pick. All right, well, Thena picks the map. It is going to be another Gondor versus Mordor. This time a little bit earlier in the match. Both players picking a faction that they themselves banned. We're seeing not enough towers, not enough walls. I really liked to see the fight for the center of the map there. I found that pretty interesting. Building up in the middle of the map there to try and take control there. All right, so we're going to be playing on Izuhara. That should be fun. Let me switch the stream over. All right, so in our final match of the last semifinals that Carliber played in, we saw this exact matchup. He was playing Gondor then as well. And he was able to kind of hold off long enough to get Gandalf relatively early and kind of wreak some havoc with him. So we'll see how much space Thena gives him this time around with Mordor, or if he's going to put the spam on. From what I understand, Thena's been quite strong in the spam game. Very good at multitasking and keeping track of all those units. So we'll see how that plays out here in game 2. I'm going to need a snack for game 3, that's for damn sure. All right, we should be ready. All right, here we go, folks. Game 2. All right. Here we go in the top right. Down one match, or down one game in this match so far. We have Thena, the newcomer. Still a strong showing last game. I think just a little bit too much of a delay in teching up his army. He built up his army. He got a lot of heroes, but couldn't quite hack it against the higher tier Lorien army. We have Thena playing Mordor, and in the bottom left, Carliber playing Gondor, going for a very economic start here. 4 farms right off the bat. No cheeky stables delete here. And we are actually seeing a mirrored A mirrored strategy here from Thena, so it's not going to be a lot of early aggression here from Thena. We are going to see the troll cage first, okay? A barracks and an archery range going down simultaneously. This feels very much like a gentleman's agreement to not fight for the first 5-10 minutes here. We're gonna build our expensive buildings. We're gonna get 4 economic structures up. We've got a barracks coming up as well. So both players getting lucky in a sense here that there's not enemies on their side of the map already. Let's see, do we have enough for the troll? We do. Troll getting purchased. A few seconds late there, but shouldn't make that big of a difference as neither side has any units coming out anytime soon. Actually, no, that's not true. We've got the Linheer Spearmen here. Arriving. Some wargs to creep over in the right side and the top left here. A lovely Keenlai village. The Avari stand with you today. Blackroot Vale archers. Some more Linheer spearmen. And just some orcs and a troll. We'll see how this troll gets put to use here. If it makes its way across the map. Very passive game so far. Even in CP. Carliber, once again, I've noticed this with him. He does not pick his tier 1 right away. The Heltine Harainach. Might have butchered that, but maybe not. Surf Spearmen, so some pikes here from Mordor. Just a little bit more expensive than their orc counterparts. But these archers are trying to run away from this. They do not want to take this engage. The Ungol tracker is being summoned. Oh no. Oh, the troll went right through the Linheer spears. Oh no. Definitely miscontrolled there from Thena. I don't know if he was paying attention to something else. There are some other things happening, but... Oh man, that's not a mistake you want to make. That was his whole opening strategy, was the troll. Alright, so all of a sudden, Mordor's army is significantly weakened. Clansmen of Lambar chasing down these orcs, but a huge clump here from Thena, going to be able to get on top of this farm. Don't know if the Clansmen of Lambar are going to be able to chew through them fast enough to defend that farm. Good angle here from the Blackroot Vale archers to get these orcs, so that should be fine. But another battalion going to be able to climb around and get to the other side. Over here, yeah, this is going to fall for sure. I bet my life on it. Yeah, there it goes. Mordor is all over the place. Linheer Spearmen getting on top of this slave farm. But just batches of orcs all over the place. Gondor Builder in a little bit of trouble here, but feeling fine. And we actually have Forlong out already. So Forlong providing his leadership. I believe it's, well, yeah, it's just experience and fear. So it's not a combat leadership. Valuable nonetheless, but we're not going to see any boosts in damage here. Level 2 Spearmen on aggressive stance, getting a good angle on one of these starter slave farms here. Yep, that's going to be good enough. Excellent pickup there from the Spearmen. And I wonder, they're in aggressive mode, so I think they would probably want to be in defensive mode to be able to handle these orcs. But they might even trade 1-to-1 with these guys. We've got Forlong and some battalions here in the middle, trying to see what's going on here. And on the map, it looks like Mordor is everywhere. Jumping on top of this farm. But some Lambar clansmen getting level 2 here. Some more orcs on top of this farm. Let's see. Gondor is struggling to stay afloat with the amount of farms that it's losing. But we are going to be able to jump on top of this slave farm and make a trade there. Rebuild, actually. He does not want to lose this one. He's tossing a rebuild onto that farm as this one in the bottom goes down, and a builder is actually under attack. We'll see if he notices that fast enough. And another troll has finally hit the field, but unfortunately popping right into these Linheer spears. Oh, man. Oh, he's able to eat the orc. Eat the orcs. He eats the orc and is able to split through the farm and the barracks. Excellent micro there. Many, many more orcs have joined the first ones, rendering that rebuild a little moot. And actually, now there is just a massive Mordor presence on top of Gondor's base here. And let's see. Yeah, 10 plus 6, 16. So a 3 power point lead for Gondor, though, because of this. Find an orc to eat already available again. And we're going to be able to get a level on this troll, most likely, for killing this farm. Over here, some fiefdom units getting on top of a slave farm here, but a Nazgul has hit the field and is going to be able to deal with those. There's no pikes in the mix. Over here, Forlong with his Axemen of Lossarnach going to face off against the Ungol trackers and a large swarm of orcs here, but we are just seeing this troll wreak havoc along the left side of Carliber's base, and again, there's just not enough to deal. Something's happening with this. The troll is able to get the Find an Orc to Eat off, and the Haradrim Summon going to be able to deal with any of the remaining Gondor units here, and the level 2 farm is going to fall. This fight is not really that important. We've got Gondor losing their base. Level 2 troll is going to be killed. But we still have half duration left on most of these Haradrim Lancers. Axemen of Lossarnach getting a counter kill on top of this slave farm, but the CP lead actually pretty even. A lot of these slave farms must be new, and we've lost some along this side as well. But if the Lancers are able to get this level 2 farm, all of Carliber's starting farms have gone down. All of his level 2 resource structures have fallen. This max CP is a little bit misleading. Linheer jumping, no, he's going to be able to notice that the Linheer is on top of his Nazgul here. Mordor is all over the place, man. Getting rid of these extra farms. All right, so what are we going to see here? With a player like Carliber, finding a way to make sure he keeps his resources and max CP up, building along the top here, even with such a Mordor presence, Thena's going to have to capitalize on this advantage before Gondor makes a comeback here. So Gardens of Ithilien being summoned. I don't know if there's enough units here for this to be worth it. But he does not want to lose his barracks, understandably. Many orcs on top of this farm, getting chased by only pikemen. We've got Nazgul running behind here. Mordor is everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. This is pretty cool. We've got Forlong backed up against the wall. Going to get sent home to defend. We've got more orcs on top of this farm. Rebuild is available. Not going to pop here. We've got the Screech. I'm going to send these Linheer Spearmen flying. Over here, a counterattack from Gondor. It's been mostly orcs. There's really nothing else in the mix here. And because of that, actually, Forlong's able to kind of hold these guys off. And like a battalion of axemen with armaments of the White City plus some archers are able to handle these clumps of orcs that... while there are many, they are not together, so they're not getting their horde bonus and are proving to be easy enough to deal with if he can get the right units over there in time. Right now, a bit of a Gondor force able to defend here, but is going to lose this level 2 farm once again. Many losses for Gondor. Linheer Spearmen keeping this Nazgul away from the main fights. Going to jump on top of this slave farm. Going to be able to bring that down. And actually, it's kind of a miracle that we're seeing... Okay, we must have... Yeah, we just lost the Tier 2 farm. I was going to say, it's kind of a miracle that we're keeping max CP levels relatively similar here between the players. But nonetheless, it's kind of happening. Let's see, we do have Gorbag. 10 power points available for Mordor, but probably going up to tier 3. Lots of orcs. I'm assuming this gets the horde bonus. We're just not seeing the FX yet. But nothing really to fight currently. And for a second here, Gondor gets a little bit of a break. These orcs should be fine. A fight in the center on top of the Gardens of Ithilien is going to be totally fine. Free XP along with the Forlong XP boost is going to be all right. Nazgul coming around this way. Just trying to keep track of everything that's going on here. Carliber is able to make something out of nothing, man. He's keeping that max CP of Thena under control. And, you know, for all of this pressure that Mordor is pushing, we are not. We are still just orc spamming it out. We've got 4 barracks. All of his resources are being tied up in units that have not yet been purchased. It keeps the spam up, but it keeps the ability to tech down low. So if Gondor is able to keep their footing and get some more heroes out, we could see a bit of a Gondor comeback here. I'm a bit worried for Thena that he's going to make the same mistake he made last game and not take the map control that he's granted himself and turn it into an undeniable lead with some higher tech units. But we've got a large... we've got so many archers. I've never seen that before. The archers would be useful here, I think. Shelob getting summoned to stun this large Gondor force. This is if he's able to clean this up with the archers, he'd be able to clean this up. But right now, Forlong is getting kind of stuck in the back here. Shelob's going to be able to use her stinger on top of Forlong here. Forlong is killed by Shelob. His focus is elsewhere. These archers are in an... They're just... I mean, they're going to get jumped on. Let's see. With the... if he's able to focus down the pikes... he'll be able to use the Nazgul to clean up the rest, but the archers are kind of shifting their focus, most likely an attack move. Thena's able to take the middle here eventually, though, with Shelob's help. Denethor, actually, being Carliber's choice of hero, while a troll and some orcs clean up this farm. If the troll is able to get away, that'll be a big win for Thena here. The archer clump is doing okay. The Blackroot Vale archers, you know, Mordor is getting quite a few kills. But the archers are going to be brought down eventually. See Shelob trying to get some extra damage done. Yeah, and now these guys are going to hit level 3. Oh, it's actually level 4 for Armaments of the White City for these guys. Nazgul actually stopping right here with some prime trample opportunity in order to cast this here. Huge flank here from Thena. There's some Linhir Spearmen in the mix, but the Nazgul is able to skirt right past them. Some Haradrim are able to tank the Linhir Spears here, and now Mordor is just everywhere. 900 max CP. I shouldn't have doubted it, man. There's just too much Mordor. Too much Mordor, and using... you know, farms give off a lot of power points, so using the powers to hit those trickier targets. Forlong was revived. I'm not entirely sure what the siege capabilities here are for Mordor, though. He's got a few trolls. Actually, the Oath of AotR getting summoned here, so we've got the fully upgraded cavalry summon here, and not a lot of pikes in the mix for Mordor at all. So actually, this is a huge, huge defensive power here for Gondor. This is a good choice here from Gondor. He knows that there hasn't been a pikeman in sight for quite some time, but they are getting stuck a little bit, and now there's a huge horde bonus. Going to be able to surround these guys. The biggest purple blob. We have a Gardens of Ithilien ready, so we are going to summon it here. The Oath of AotR is only up for half the amount of time, and with this volume of units, not going to be able to get as many tramples, like cycle tramples off as he might like, and not as much of his own army as he would like. But this is a fight that he needs to take if he wants to cut Mordor's numbers down and survive a little bit longer. As far as I can tell, this is still Mordor's strategy. We're going to be hitting Gothmog soon just to boost the power of this massive army. And we've got Siege coming, so the Deathstroke is on its way. I think Thena has this, to be honest. I'm not calling the game here, but I think Thena is going to be able to take advantage of this. And once Gothmog and Siege hits the field, Carliber is going to be in trouble. But he's leaving his Siege works undefended. There should be quite enough damage here. Yeah, so he's just going to cancel that. He's going to lose the builder in the process. Nazgul trying to make sure that the farms are not creeping around the side. Definitely, if you're struggling in 1v1s and you're up against these pro players, you gotta check to see where they're building their extra farms. You might think you have the upper hand, but then they have like 10 extra farms that you don't know about. And actually, you've been losing the whole time. That's every game I've ever played against Nosy during beta testing. All right, we've got Shagrat now joining, able to get a pickup on the troll, and with the delay of the siege works, Carliber is staying in this game. But I'm expecting Gothmog any second now. What are Mordor's numbers? So Mordor at one point had like 900 active CP all over the map, and now the things have kind of stopped. Gondor has gotten a chance to kind of rebuild. I mean, he's at max, or half of the max CP here.
Spearmen of Lynn here, at your command.
Man, this has just been an all-out brawl. There's got to be more kills in this match, like kills per second of the match, than I've seen in a long time. It's just been orcs and fiefdom units dying all over the place. Was that the Wraiths on Wings? No. I thought it was, but it's just the sound effects. Oh, it's the Relentless Pursuit here. Getting a little bit of a speed buff to get around. All right, Mordor's coming in. Drummer Troll has joined them. I don't think Gothmog is here yet. We still have Shagrat. I think Gorbag. He had Gorbag earlier. Yeah, Gorbag has returned. All right, I mean, this is just... There's just not enough Gondor here. And we've got Drummer Troll, like 4 or 5 battalions of Mordor Orc archers with the Drummer Troll. So much damage here. Carliber is not wasting any time, though. He's trying to get a few cheeky eco kills to slow this endless assault. But we've got the Morgul Pikemen. Is that not Morgul Pikemen? I thought that was a... Is that a Shagrat summon? I don't see Goth... I thought it was Gothmog, but I don't see Gothmog. I'm trying to find him. Alright, what's happening down here? We've got Axemen of Lossarnach dealing with some archers that found their way in the back of the map here. Once again, Carliber holding his ground. There's a huge... Oh, no! Alright, alright. And he doesn't need a siege works to take down buildings. This is gonna... Oh, if he can get on top of the production here, this will be huge. The Olag High is on a strange mission. Oh, he's actually jumping the fortress. Is he gonna be able to get this? I almost would have rather seen... We've got a stun. What is happening here? Yeah, Gothmog's got to be in here somewhere. That's a Gothmog ability for sure. I just don't see him. This was very strange, this interaction here that just happened. We've got the Black Uruk Marauder summon, some more leadership, but I think this we're seeing another hasty fortress rush. I don't know. He's gonna call GG. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing here. Wow, weird. Sorry, I was not really following what was going on. I thought he was just going to get on top of the archery range in the barracks and kind of starve him out that way, but he was able to just kind of surround everything and just not enough units coming out for Gondor to handle it. Endless spam. Called that kind of from the beginning. This just Thena's spam is absolutely crazy and unrelenting. All right. Game two. All right. Excellent second game. We'd love to see it tied up. I really want to see a game five. I know the players might not, but I sure do. Let me get scoreboard updated for everybody here. Gothmog was chasing Denethor. Yeah, I don't really know what was. I don't really know why I couldn't see him. I was looking all over the place. I was like, I know he's here. There's no reason he wouldn't be here. I just couldn't find him. Okay, so we should have the screen all saved. No, it's not Carliber. Jesus, I am on some shit today. It's 1-1, not 2-1. There we go, 1-1, as we suspected. Okay, great. GG. Well played, all here. Okay, great. So I'm gonna get some bands. NPM when you're ready. Yeah, yeah, Sappy. Yeah, yeah. I was looking for those Hydralisks, you know? Yeah, that was a fun game. Sometimes, like, if you only watch like the best players play and you see the way they go, it can sometimes feel like the same. But like the amount of control it takes to have that many orcs on the field, like constantly going back to your base, or maybe you've got your barracks hotkeyed, but having four different barracks hotkeyed enough to keep the to keep the spam up and to keep them attacking in battalions that are sizable enough to do the kind of damage that they were doing is just kind of crazy. And then for Carliber to not only be defending for as long as he was, but also killing slave farms across the map, like it's really crazy the amount of control and multitasking that these players are able to accomplish in these games. It's really hard to keep up with everything that's happening at any given time. Sappy, first game was Lorien versus Isengard. I thought it was pretty interesting. It was kind of it was a kind of a slow push for both players into the center, um, trying to keep control there. Okay, I've got Carliber's bands. I'll stop talking for a second and start focusing here. So we've got these bands. Okay. I do have the game sound down a little bit. I can turn it up if you guys want. I prefer sometimes the game sound gets a little distracting for me. But if you guys want it up a little bit, um, I can certainly turn up the game volume. Okay. Ooh, I love you, Carliber, for this. All right. We're going to get some Harad action on Ifa Yafa. Yeah, I'll do I'll bump it up slightly. It's no problem. It's no problem at all, guys. I know I specifically have it on a little bit quieter than usual. I can even do that now, just real quick. Sound effects. We don't need ambient, but we can do sound effects and voice. I probably won't do music too much. That should be good. Okay. Perfect. Oh yeah, we're gonna get some Harad. I'm so excited. I love casting and watching Harad. It's so much fun. I wonder what he'll open with. Against Misty Mountains. What's he gonna go against Misty Mountains? If he goes Mahood, I wonder if... Because Thena started Wargs as Isengard. I wonder if Thena might start Wargs as well to counter a potential Mahood start. But I don't know if Carliber plays Mahood. All right, we're going into game 3. Yeah, I think Mahood would be a risky start. All right. I'll keep an eye on chat a little bit for the game volume. I can still adjust it while we're playing. But here in the bottom right of Ifa Iafa, Thena tying it up, playing Misty Mountains. And in the top left, Carliber playing Harad on their home turf, throwing some bazaars down. I'm want to watch. I really want to see what these guys are opening with because it'll really kind of dictate. There's a lot of options for Harad and a few options for Misty Mountains as well. Is he going? He is going to go cave first. So no warg. So if he were to go Mahood, he might be okay. He's going to go for the outpost to be safe. Does anyone go for the Wild Allegiance? I feel like I don't see it very often. But like it gives you money and stuff, right? Like if he's able to, I mean, I know it's not going to expand his roster in any way, but he might be able to turn a few of those layers that Carliber might not chase down into some extra income, extra barracks. We're going to see a troll layer. Okay. I wondered if he would go for the lodge, but the troll layer is going to come out first. I mean, he might just be doing... This might just be his way of doing the same thing in two different factions, the orc and troll spam. He's quite good at it, so I don't blame him for trying. But Harad is going to have different tools for that. So far, it's double outpost, so he's going to get the warlord spam out. I don't know how that's going to shape up. First warlord is out for Carliber here. The Axeman coming out. Gonna try and deal with these. Should be fine. We've got some tribal axes already along this side, but actually the tribal axes are going to deal with the screechers quite handily. The poison does some lingering damage. So, okay, so pretty even-ish trade. Still going to be able to get some damage done here, but we've got another battalion already, and they're going to be able to pop out right on top of these guys. So I don't think the timing here is in favor of Harad for getting any damage done there. And the Screechers here also, similarly, not going to have enough damage output here. So pretty even so far in terms of harass, and not a lot of stuff happening out on the field. This warlord without any vision is running across. Remember, the warlords, I'm in god mode, so I can see everything, but until a warlord summons their battalion, they actually can't really see anything. We've got more warlords hitting the map. I wonder if we'll see lies and threats this game, if he's going to commit to this spam. First troll is out. Oh, thanks, Matthias. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I can't edit it from Streamlabs, so it was just whatever it was last time, apparently. All right. Unless that's you, Kyle. Whoever it is. We've got a builder in trouble. No, he's going to let the builder live. How polite. All right, the tribal spam is proving to be effective, and I think I just heard dry spell. Yep. So dry spell is going to slow down the spam for these guys. Troll's going to join the fight. Harad should be fine here. Decent flank on the poison blades. The thing about these trades that we got to understand is that the screechers are 100 gold, or resources, and the tribals are going to be a little bit more than that, 200, 250, depending on the summon itself. Just the axemen are going to be 200. But carrion feeders have now hit the field, so we've got some flyers, and I wonder. Flyers are an option for Thena at some point, not currently. Only a level 1 Wolf Cairn. It's good to see the warlords that have not yet summoned their battalions here for some flexibility. My mouse is acting up, so I'm losing a little bit of control here. Apologies for that. But Misty Mountain's surely on the back foot here. Until they're able to get... I'd like to see the Warg Riders. I think the Warg Riders would make a huge difference here. And there's not any archers, as far as I'm aware, for Misty Mountains yet. So unless he sails the Carrion Feeder right into the fortress, he should have an invulnerable unit, at least for the time being. Building up another Moria Orc cave here. But having to sit in base the way that he is going to be troublesome for Thena. Not a lot of surface area, so Carliber kind of, I don't know. This is a great engagement for Thena. I think this couldn't go better for Thena. The carrion feeders, God, he needs to get these archers on top of the carrion feeder really quick. Oh, actually, with the poison was actually able to take care of it. Interesting choice there. Yeah, this is a huge engagement for Thena because Carliber brings his whole army around. Big scary army, but there's no surface area for him to attack anything of value. So he backs his whole army into a corner and gets absolutely jumped on by these orcs and a troll. So a big misplay here, I think, from Carliber, and Thena recognizing it immediately, taking advantage and getting a big surround and just cleaning that up. And all of a sudden, it's an even current army supply. I mean, obviously Carliber has the max CP going for him and the eco that comes with it. We've got a giant. Actually, I never even saw the giant scorpion coming after these buildings here. He's not going to finish it off. I want to check and see the stuff here. It's still level 1, so no Karads. Lies and threats has not been researched, but right now, Misty Mountains has control of his side. Ooh, okay, CR Rule. I love CR Rule. That's probably my go-to starter hero. The leadership is just too good, and I like boosting up the leadership from CR Rule early, so it expands to all of your roster. I mean, we'll see how what's the word? Metropolitan Harad gets this match, if he's going to go for all of the different types of tribes or if he's just going to focus on the tribals um, and pavilion units for now. But you know, if the game goes on long enough, he'll definitely want to get the Umbarian Citadel and get those later game units. Ooh, just able to save the rebuilding tunnel here. Lots of poison arrows going on top of the great Scorpion here, but the trample plus the attacks here. We've got monstrous recovery. And actually, the Venom Spray is available. We'll see if that gets used. That'd be interesting to see. I love seeing the monsters. Harad is just so fun to watch. Anything could happen. We've got monsters, flyers. All right. We've got the Easterling summon from Harad, but the Frozen Land is going to go off. The level 1 Wolf Cairn is going to fall quickly to the level 4 Scorpion. Great value on this Scorpion. A level 2.5 tunnel is going to fall here. This is a huge attack. Yeah, it's just too much. The Scorpion, man. All credit to that Scorpion. That was terrifying. Just too much to deal with. Like 3 or 4 battalions of the archers from Misty Mountains there shot their poison arrows at the Scorpion, and it was not enough. My game is a bit frozen currently. I hope you guys can still hear me. There we go. Okay. All right, Thena versus Carliber. Game 3. Fun, decisive Harad gameplay there. Just a bit of a weak Misty Mountain start. He was not able to get the spam up that he was able to show us with his Mordor. So the tribals were able to deal with it totally fine until the monsters came out for the early kill. I think that's nice because the early siege is kind of a unique unique tactic. It's not like you see people running around with battering rams in the first 10 minutes, even though on paper that might be effective. But the carrion feeders and the scorpions were uh, just really good. All right, we're going to update the scores here, and I'll change the screen up. And I'm hungry. I'm going to get some chips or something while these guys figure out their bans. All right, send bans in PM when ready. All right, we're 2-1, Thena Carliber. All right, I personally will be right back. Just give me 2 seconds to get some chips. All right, we're back. I've got the mic a little bit farther away because I'm chewing. apparently my girlfriend got zebra cakes. I don't know if that's anywhere else. I don't know if that's a non-American snack. I don't know how many Americans are watching right now, but okay. We've got the bands. All right, we've got a Woodland Realm and Erebor ban coming from Carliber. I wonder if that means he'll play one of those. He's been banning the faction he's about to play pretty much every time. Yeah, Sappy, it's because I'm eating. I don't want to bother you with my mouth noises. EA Games 777. uh, yeah, more people play, more people watch than they play. Absolutely. I think there's a StarCraft streamer that I follow. He put out a poll recently, like asking how much of his viewer base like still plays StarCraft, and it was like 92% just watch him stream and they don't play anymore. Okay, I have Carliber's pick. Just waiting for Thena. Favorite SC2 player? Oh man. Um, it's myself, yo, as if. Uh, Probably Raynor. Cyril or Raynor. I'm a Zerg main, so one of the two. I mean, they're goaded. It's hard to be like anybody else. I hate Rogue though. I really hate Rogue. I'm missing. I feel like I'm not getting Thena's messages. You good with pick? Oh. Oh, I missed. Oh, Jesus. Something was wrong with my Discord. He had picked a long time ago. Okay. All right. Flame, I want to know your favorite player, and then I promise to everybody else I'll stop talking about StarCraft. Because we've got some intense games coming up. Carliber's on match point. Dude, Scarlet is still fun to watch. She's crazy. She pulls some weird shit. Clem is nuts too. Clem is when I realized I was old. When Clem and Raynor were getting good, and I was like, they're 14 years old doing this shit. I respect Clem, even though I hate Terran as a Zerg player. I don't hate Terran. I hate Widow Mines. I can handle everything else but Widow Mines. I like that Scarlet's American too. Like I want to root for her and Neeb, but they can never really pull it out on the world stage. Ooh, interesting. Okay. We've got our map pick finally. Sorry for the delay in game 4 here. Bit of a miscommunication between me and the folks, but we're ready to go. Let's load this up. Switch over to the game. We're going to be playing on Dunland. And I screwed up the... Can't type the whole name. There we go. All right. Any game 4 predictions here? We've got Carliber playing Rivendell versus Thena's Gondor. It's 2-1 for Carliber. Carliber was playing Harad, and he won the last match. So Carliber's on match point this time. All right, we're going into it. All right, back into the streaming zone. Let's go. No more snacks. No more fooling around. This could be it. We've got Rivendell versus Gondor on Dunland. In the top right. Carliber up 2-1. Match point for him. Is he going to take some risks, knowing that he's got a little bit of padding here? A 1-game lead? Or is he going to go all out, pull out all the stops, and finish it right here? We've got the Eregian Forge in the back. I think Tolkien fucked up when he did that. The G and I is too confusing. I can follow along with all the other wordings, but that one always gets me. All right, bottom left. Gondor, the White City. Reaching out into Dunland. We've got 4 farms. Yeah, it's going to be an easy start again. Both of these players like to kind of build up their economy first. But it is going to be his stables. And he's built 4 farms before building the stable. This is crazy. You can never get away with this. You really can never get away with this. this kind of start. I mean, but it really feels like they're just like, ah, no, we're not going to attack for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You got time. You got time. We've got some Breland Townsguard, I'm assuming just for the creeping. But the Breland Townsguard going to be a good choice versus the inevitable Pinnath Riders here. I wonder if he's going to delete this. I mean, this came up after the 4 farms were built, so I think it's almost more worthwhile that he keeps it. Because he's already got his economy up and running. The problem with going the stables delete in the beginning is because you delay your 3rd farm, let alone your 4th, doing it that way. Breland Townsguard coming across. The unexpected party always happens. I think Carliber ran with that last time we saw him play Rivendell as well. All right, Pinnath Riders heading straight down the center to see what's going on. They're going to miss. I think they're going to miss each other here. Heading around this mountain. Let it be known that Thena picked the map. So I think he had it in his mind that this is what he wanted to do. The Captain's Horn on the aggressive mode, Pinnath Riders are going to make quick work of this orchard and likely the next orchard as well. There's only one, but there's 2 battalions of pikes now. He lost one. He lost one there, fair enough. But he's going to get a wide berth around the base here and is going to be able to find... no, actually, no, he's not. They're going to be well enough protected by these guys. And are we going to switch? Yeah, we're going to switch immediately to pikes. And we're going to sandwich him in here. But with enough space here, Thena should be able to get most of these guys out. Only 1/3 of a level for killing that one orchard, so they're not going to be able to get their regen anytime soon. There isn't a battalion of units alive that they can fight currently. Like get a quick trample, get some levels that way. Clansmen of Lambar going to try and get the goblin creep over here. So far, some calculated play from Thena, while Carliber just tries to keep the horses away from all entry points. A bit, you know. Oh, he was able to get these horses to aggro. Oh, Thena's able to catch it just in time. Good reaction time there. It's a little bit risky to be posting your pikemen out like this, you know, far ahead. You know, you get the vision, sure, but if the other player's savvy enough, you can run right past, and then all of a sudden you're still allowing them to get some damage in. More than enough here from Gondor to creep this warg pit, but they're going to get... yeah, these Breland Townsguard are going to be in trouble here. There's a lot of Gondor. We've got a hero out for Carliber already. We're going to see Halbarad. We actually saw him get Halbarad pretty early on in his match versus Alex. That was the really fun game, the game 4. He had Halbarad out early as well. These Clansmen of Lambar still trying to get these Goblin camps. The Goblin camps are deceptively tough to clear out. There's just so many of them, and the building is tanky enough. Halbarad's sitting pretty here, though. He's going to be the lone defense against this relatively large battalion from Gondor here. But over here, we've got Rivendell looking for something. These pikes are going to get on top of this farm and be able to kill it. And Gondor finding Rivendell, creeping this warg lair. Going to be able to interrupt, and honestly, they might be able... Yeah, they're going to be able to steal this, too. They're going to be able to poach this totally fine. Big attack here from Gondor trying to get on top of this forge, but the forge's armor is going to be significantly higher than the orchard, and with the Dunedain Rangers plus Halbarad firing away, they're going to handily defend there. Halbarad's damage... or not damage, but his XP gain from that is going to be significant. He gets most of the Dunedain at 3, so if I were him, I'd go chase down 1 or 2 more clansmen to get most of the Dunedain spell. I don't see any outriders on the field yet. Does not seem to be concerned with cavalry. But now let's take stock on the armies here. So 500 max for Rivendell and 650 max for Gondor. Gondor taking an economic and an army size lead here. But these Dunedain spears doing what they need to do, hitting level 3, gonna retreat and maybe catch these Penithgillen Knights on a crash course. Ah, just passed by each other.
We Dunedain will fight for you.
Wow, this is a large army of Dunedain so far already. Halbarad is level 3 with Muster the Dunedain available. And this is going to be a significant force. I don't know what Gondor has to defend against this quite yet. I don't think more Cav has been purchased by Thena since the 1st Battalion. So any of his extra farms that he's built are going to be in danger. He's got plenty of them across the map here. There's a blacksmith, farms kind of up the way. Easy kills here, and going to be a free kill on the builder if he notices. If he notices. If he notices. This builder's in stealth mode, dude. He's trying his best Elvish accent to try and fit in.
Freelanders, together now.
Alright, we're chasing down some spearmen over here. Ooh, okay. We've got the Ushmur Kagal Zirak. The guards. Actually, I don't know what these guys do. Bodyguards. Heirloom guards empower a friendly hero, granting them armor and faster experience gain. And 75% faster power recharge times for 30 seconds. That's actually huge. That's really, really cool. With a lot of money, that could be a lot of Dunedain with Halbarad so far. Gondor is getting a decent enough surround here, but they're actually just going to pivot and try and attack the Dunedain here. Halbarad leading his motley crew this way. A very strange game so far. I'll be honest. It's quite passive. We're just building up our max CPs, and now all of a sudden Rivendell has taken the lead in terms of max army size and economy. We're taking a double-sided attack here. Halbarad's able to finish off the last of the Penithgillen riders that were not able to heal up. Actually, Thena investing in the marketplace quite early on. I hope he's able to survive this. Otherwise, that marketplace may have been a mistake. That's a lot of resources, and it takes some time to get it to pay off. So unless he's able to defend here, he's going to be in trouble. But actually, quite a few fiefdom units out now for Gondor. But we're getting on top of the level 2 farms. Ooh. Okay, Faramir must be out. But the leadership, or the horn here on the Rivendell units is going to be enough to survive the arrow volley. Where is Faramir? Oh, he's right here. Between Faramir and Halbarad and all the units just kind of look similar. I don't prefer casting the good versus good matchups. But Carliber getting some devastating damage done here. We might be seeing it. There's a lot of pink on the map. There's a lot of Gondor on the map. And now Carliber finds himself once again on the other side of his enemy's fortress. But Tolodan Nangalad getting summoned here for these archers. If he's able to clear up... with the Cav summon, I think. I was going to say, if he's able to clear up enough units here, then maybe he gets swords for these guys and gets a little bit more structural damage done. But his army size is slowing down. And he doesn't seem to be that concerned with rebuilding it. We saw this in his game versus Alex. When he's in these kind of intense matches, his macro cycles kind of slow down a little bit. And maybe he's just going to save up for Glorfindel or Elrond. He preferred Glorfindel in his prior match, but but we do have an Elvish dormitory down, and I wonder if he's going to go for Elrond this time around. Let's see. All right, so Gondor able to defend. Let's see what they're left with. 475 max CP. It could be worse for Thena. He's filled up with army. He's got some of them on the back foot here. And he's got a little bit of some counterattack action going with his Riders of Penithgillen. And if these Dunedain Spearmen try to attack him, they'll get chased down by the Clansmen of Lambadon. But he's losing some farms here still. A random archery range kind of off to the side just to ensure that all of his production doesn't get destroyed in that onslaught. Let's see. 2 tier 1s both ways. And yet, wow. 15 PowerPoint lead 15-8. So yeah, a 7 power point lead for Rivendell currently. Trying to do some quick maths there. Rivendell gonna get another farm. Sigyn Udrig. Yeah, the many meetings units are just trying to find what damage they can. And gonna be able to find some. I mean, that's half of a battalion of black. That's a whole battalion of Blackroot Vale archers that just get torn to shreds by these Pathstalkers. Wow. An unfortunate fight. You gotta be careful fighting those free units. 2 battalions of Peneth Gillen riders, though, trying to wreak some havoc while, actually, a decent-sized counterattack from Thena. This is not ignorable by Rivendell, but this archery range is going to fall. And Carliber's army size is quite low. I think all of his resources are gone. We saw him, he had a few thousands earlier. He didn't really buy that many units that he's lost, so I'm sure there's some, yeah, okay. That must be what I heard. I think I heard strangers from distant lands. All right, Faramir versus Elrond. The matchup nobody expected. But Faramir is going to have to retreat here. Down here, Halbarad's still leading his men in these random skirmishes. Okay. All right. And there it is. Thena surrenders. Yeah, GG. All right. Well, that's it. Carliber wins. Carliber wins. Hold on. I'm trying to come to grips with this while I save this last replay here. But yeah, Big Daddy Elrond scared Thena out of the match, I think. Yeah, I mean, I think Thena was definitely on the back foot there, and that was going to get that was definitely going to be a tough match for him to win. So I can understand it. I mean, we saw Rivendell with max CP there, like a full 1,000 size, and just having the map under his control. He hadn't quite converted into the elves and into the late game siege, but I think Thena just saw the writing on the wall there, and that was that. That's all it needed to be. I'm going to say Carliber wins. And we have a now 3-time Age of the Ring tournament champion. It's exciting. I'm going to save this, get the screen updated, and just see what you guys have got to say. All right. Incoming Elrond nerfs. He insta-wins games. Yeah, GG's. Those are some fun matches. Kind of a weird ending there at the end, but I mean, gosh, the level of play that's happening when we're watching these matches is just crazy, and I'm sure it's exhausting too. They're keeping up with so much over the course of many different matches, but man, excellent stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for tuning in. If we want to keep up the discussion, why don't you guys head on over the Discord. You can talk about the matches there. And we'll crown our newest champion. Wait, what are we calling the winner? Did we decide what we're calling the winner? Mod team. I can't remember. Was it the Capybara? I hope it's the Capybara. All right. Yeah. All right. We're gonna halt the stream there. I'll definitely upload this one to YouTube. We might even put this one on the team's YouTube. We'll figure that out. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and hope you guys enjoyed. All right. Talk to everybody later. Bye.